When my brother and I were in Bangkok, Thailand, we saw the Grand Palace, went to the tallest building, and visited the Temple of Wat Sarum. But we were there for one main reason: to train with the greatest Muay Thai fighter of all time. That title belongs to Saenchai. He's known for being lightning quick, extremely creative, and for his famous cartwheel kick. He's had over 300 fights and started fighting for money at just 8 years old for 30 baht, which isn't even $1 US. He went on to become a multiple weight class champion and is widely regarded as the best to ever do it. Although he travels and does seminars all over the world, he mainly resides at Buakaw. Yakayo? This place, here in Bangkok, Thailand. I didn't realize they stopped offering group classes, so I got a place that was really close. Thought we were going to train there all the time, but at least it was walking distance for this one.
A little bit dangerous of a walk, but that's to be expected here in Thailand, especially in a big city. It got real for me during the walk. I'm definitely more nervous. I'm really nervous, actually. What do you think, Charlie? How you feeling?
Well, I gotta pee again for like the 12th time today.
The facility was under renovation, but they still had a shop area with some cool t-shirts and a sick looking ring. I apologize in advance for any of the audio of the work being done. I told Charlie to tell him to keep it down, but they didn't listen.
Oh man, Charlie, getting ready for training.
I'm really just trying to get pity points from Saenchai, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, this decrepit old dude.
Charlie, tell him to quiet down. Well, we just met the man himself. He told us to wrap our hands, and we're gonna do that and get after it.
We started off with a very quick warm-up. Stretched out our hip flexors and hamstrings, some hip and arm circles, and it was time to get to work.
Okay, shadow. You show me please, you shadow, you style. You style.
Before we shadow box, he asked us to show him our own style. I thought this was kind of neat. Instead of just using it as another part of the warm-up, he used it as a quick way to understand how we like to fight, so we could tailor the lesson for us. I have more of a kickboxing and MMA background, so I like to stay at a distance and rely on heavy punches and kicks. Then he started taking us through combinations himself. We started with the old trusty 1-2, the jab cross. Then uppercut cross, and a hook cross. And all three of them at the same time. We started slowly incorporating elbows, changing the angle every combination. We do around 5 reps of every combo. We did some walking teeps, which are front kicks, with a jumping one at the end. Then a side teep, which is a lot more unusual. I don't think we practiced it at all in Thailand until now. Ours definitely didn't look like his, but he pretended they were good. We did walking knees with a jump knee at the end, just like the teeps. I changed the camera angle, but kind of messed this one up as well. This was interesting. He told us to show him our round kicks. These are very powerful and important kicks in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA. Since they are so powerful and build up a lot of momentum, a lot of people tend to rotate with them when they throw them during shadowboxing, kind of like we did. Saenchai says this builds bad defensive habits. They should break the momentum and bring the same leg back while ready to check any potential counters. I like this advice, it makes a lot of sense.
Come back, yes. Kick. Block. Kick. Yes.
We continued doing more advanced combinations. I like that he included some defensive maneuvers as well, like pulling or moving back slightly and blocking, and also countering with a strike of your own. We did round kick, then side teep.
Yes. Good. Kick. Side teep. Yes.
Check, lean back, round kick with a safe return. Check, lean back, switch kick, cross. Cross, right knee, left elbow. Cross, switch knee, right elbow. Here's another interesting one. He showed us a setup to land an overhand right. He fought in several different weight classes and is famous for defeating opponents much larger than he is. An overhand is a great strike to use against a larger opponent, but it can be hard to land without the proper setup. For this one, he leads with the cross to the body and emphasizes widening his stance and getting low to the ground. Then he mimics the same movement, but instead slings an overhand that would hopefully travel above the opponent's guard. And he ends with a knee for good measure.
Harmony fight by 1. Overhead knees. Yes.
This next combo he said would be good if the opponent was trying to clinch you. Cross, pivot lead elbow to right knee. Then jab, cross, switch knee, left knee to right up elbow. I picked up the camera for the last combo while he was holding for my brother to get some better shots. Felt like Saenchai was a bit annoyed that he had to wait for me to put the camera back, so I got flustered Messed up the combo twice in a row, then somehow managed to swipe the contact out of my eye. Now, I've definitely lost contacts during martial arts before, but always during sparring or rolling in jiu-jitsu. I think this is the first time I've lost it while just shadowboxing or practicing technique. So I went through the rest of the lesson half blind. Such an idiot.
We were doing elbows and my thumb just grazed my eye and I lost the contact. So it goes. I feel a little blind right now, but that was amazing. It's so much fun.
Big fight, big, oh no.
Big baby. Big baby.
Then Saenchai held focus mitts for us to practice some boxing combinations. For Charlie's round, he started with some jabs. Jab across.
Well, one more.
Jab cross hook. Jab cross uppercut. Ooh, Charlie looked pretty good on this one.
Yes.
1-3-2. Jab lead hook cross. Jab lead uppercut cross. Rear uppercut lead hook cross. Charlie looking good on this one too. Lead uppercut cross lead hook. Hook to the body lead hook cross. Rear uppercut cross hook cross. Good job on this last one too. Looking sharp, bro. Left uppercut, right uppercut, left hook, cross. I liked how we build the combinations and do it for several reps instead of a lot of Thai pad holders who seem to just do single shots at a time, and which is a lot of fun too, but I liked how Saenchai did it. It was my turn next, and of course the construction work picked up a lot, so sorry about the audio, but we went through pretty much the same thing. Started again with a jab, then cross, jab cross.
1, 2. 1, 2, huma.
Then jab, cross, uppercut. 1-3-2, jab, hook, cross. This is an interesting one because you have to re-chamber a strike from the same side.
One more.
Jab, lead uppercut, cross. Rear uppercut, hook, punch. Lead uppercut, cross, hook.
Yes.
Hook body, hook upstairs, cross.
Yes.
Rear uppercut, cross, hook, cross. And we ended with the same thing. Lead uppercut, rear uppercut, lead hook, cross.
I was trying to save myself, but I want to impress him. I went way too hard, but man, he's great at holding pads too. Not all fighters are great pad holders, but he's a really good one. I wish I wasn't half blind, but what an experience, man. That was amazing.
I do kind of wish that we used Muay Thai pads so I could do my round kicks, but at least now I can tell myself that he would have been impressed instead of knowing that he wasn't. and the focus mitts were great. He's a good pad holder. After the pad work, he told us to put on shin guards, and we did a little bit more technique before sparring. The construction started to really pick up here and the audio got even worse. So again, my apologies. Cross, rear knee, cross, fake rear knee, switch stance, rear elbow. First, Saenchai would hold for both of us, then we'd hold for each other. We'd do about 5 reps each. Overhand right, clinch, pivot, right knee, cross, uppercut, low kick. He put an emphasis on stepping out with the kick to evade a counter straight. I throw this combo a lot actually. I find my cross often chambers a lead uppercut, which has good range and can split the guard well. It's often a good idea to end a combo with a low kick, although I admit I rarely step off to the side for it. Next was a fun tricky combo. Low kick, question mark kick to right cross.
And punch.
This is probably Charlie's first time throwing one.
Yes, and punch.
Question mark kick is where you pretend like you're throwing a teep or a low kick, then mid-strike, shift the kick up to the head. It can often leave your opponent vulnerable since he's protecting a part of the body you're not actually aiming for. Seems like you have to sacrifice power, which you do, but you can still generate a surprising amount of force. Here, we threw a low kick first to make the opponent think the question mark kick is a low kick, which gives you a higher % chance of landing it. The last one was another fun one. We started with an inside low kick, then threw a scissor kick with a cross to follow. Ending it with a cross is a great way to make sure you're still balanced when throwing these complex strikes. This is a scissor kick. This is probably Charlie's first time throwing this as well. Similar principle as the last one. But instead of making the opponent think the strike is coming low then high, it seems like it's coming from the side. The real strike is coming from the opposite side.
That was absolutely incredible. We were doing technique work. He was holding with gloves and shins. That was some of the most fun I've ever had doing Muay Thai. What an absolute legend. What an experience. And now we're doing sparring.
Yeah, that was scary just doing the drills with him. The power and the precision and the mastery of his techniques when he's coming at you. And it's just like I'm trying to fight Bowser or something, you know what I mean? It's unreal, like feeling his presence and his fight IQ.
He said that you don't hit hard.
Huh?
He said you're very weak, you know hit hard.
Can power.
Yeah, he said no power.
So going into the sparring session, we'd seen videos of people that went way too hard with Saenchai. And Saenchai handles it with class, but we didn't want to be those guys. We treated this more like a glorified photo op and just a chance to move around with the greatest. In my opinion, it's not really the time to test your skills. But before, Saenchai did a Y crew, which is a ceremonial kind of dance they do before the fight. And things got pretty heated.
Well, he's going 1000% power on Charlie.
Saenchai smiles at the beginning of the round. Honestly, I think he was relieved he didn't have to deal with another foreigner trying to go way too hard. He immediately goes back into a lighthearted mood and counters Charlie's kick by spanking him. He tells Charlie a few times in the spar that we can go a little bit harder, but honestly we just didn't want to. We probably should have turned it up a little bit, but it wasn't just out of fear. We have so much respect for him, punching him just seemed wrong. But I'll let the spar play out.
Just go down. Oh man.
Alright, my turn. So I like to spar at a very long range, but I sparred really light. And when you do that, there's nothing stopping your opponent from just rushing in. And as soon as Saenchai realized that there was zero threat, he just chased me down the whole time, which is pretty funny. At one point, I just straight up turned around and ran. He was punching heavy bags on his way, and some girls started filming us. He punched them as well in a fun way, but it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
No way!
Before we got out of there, we purchased a shirt, and Saenchai was gracious enough to sign it, and then we went on back to where we were staying. So for an idea of the price, it was 8,000 baht for one person and 12,000 baht for two. That comes out to roughly 222 US dollars for one and 333 for two. Definitely the most expensive Muay Thai we've done in Thailand, but for us, it was for sure worth it. That's like getting a private lesson in basketball with Michael Jordan for those prices. Muay Thai is the national sport of Thailand and is extremely competitive. And he is widely regarded as the pinnacle, absolute best. So for us, it was a great opportunity that I'm really glad we did. And I'm really glad that Saenchai is the guy you think of when you think of Muay Thai. He's just a great ambassador for the sport. He's so nice and humble and playful and fun. He was gassing us up the whole time, even though we clearly didn't deserve it. He's exactly who you'd hope he'd be. Muay Thai is my favorite martial arts culture, and he just represents it so well. This is an experience we're going to cherish forever, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it as well. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It really does mean a lot to us. But either way, thanks for watching.